Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. Another sun-filled day with a few thin clouds. Not too much wind unless you live in western and northwestern areas. A little breezier here today, but the winds don't look too bad today for most of us. Nice, mild, near record highs today. Tonight, then, in quickly increasing cloud cover, here comes some rain. We've got some solid rain on the way across southeastern areas, but the issue is colder air's coming in. We've got a cold front about right here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You can see it's 7 a.m. there. Cold front right here will continue sliding southeast, so temperatures will be much cooler tomorrow. Still should be mild enough that I don't think we'll see too much snow, but as this rain changes over to snow, there could be some minor visibility issues due to some slight blowing snow. The winds are going to be brisk out of the north. Solid rain, meanwhile, in southeastern areas. But again, that rain-snow transition could lead to some accumulating slushy snowfall if it can stick. It's going to be pretty warm initially, so it's going to be tough to stick initially, but eventually maybe some accumulating snowfall. This will continue. Here's late afternoon now. Rain to the east still. And then that rain-snow mix sliding east, clearing out of here. But then here comes the second system, bringing a little snow out west early Friday morning. But then notice it kind of falls apart, so most of us will not get a whole lot of snow. There's kind of a slight chance of snow with better chances across northern Kansas and far southern Nebraska. Very minor accumulation here. This is as far out as my forecast model goes, but Friday night this will clear on out of here, and we'll see quieter weather into the weekend. Maybe some flurries on Saturday, we'll see. So snowfall amounts, again, I'm not going to go too high with these snowfall amounts, but with the first round tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, maybe somebody gets upwards of an inch of snowfall, but the chances of that are lower than if we stay under an inch. So again, maybe some minor snow accumulation. And then that second round, Friday, focusing on southern areas with some minor snow accumulation. This is one forecast model. I'll show you our in-house model just to kind of give you an idea of what one other model's doing. Just because of time, I can't show you every model. So I'm going to go into my editor real quick and adjust things. All right, and then I'll click save, and I'll bring that graphic back up on my end here, and so you can see that. So here is our in-house model. Again, there's the first round, and then there's the second round. And I don't know why the numbers up or disappeared on me there at the end, but but that gives you kind of an idea anyway that not a ton of snow accumulation for most of us, more than likely. My thing is, I just think it's going to be too warm. Now, the National Weather Service office in North Platte, and especially the one in Hastings, is kind of ramping up talk of this a little bit more and maybe talking the potential for maybe an inch or two or more of snow. I'm not there yet. I haven't seen enough evidence from the forecast models. Most of our precipitation is going to fall tomorrow, less of it on Friday for the majority of us. Well, before we get to the precipitation, we've got record high potential today. I think the best chance is going to be here in the Tri-Cities area. There is an unofficial record high of 57 in Kearney today. Maybe Lincoln, we'll see here, but Tri-Cities probably have the best chance. Maybe Broken Bow as well. Their record 65. 63 in GI and Hastings, so we'll be awfully close, but we'll be in that record high potential area today, upper 50s and low to mid 60s. As we get into tonight, we'll dip back into the low to mid 30s, maybe some upper 20s off to the northwest, and then tomorrow cooler, low to mid 40s, and maybe some of us slipping back into the 30s as that cooler air comes in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, a little colder down into the 20s for overnight lows, and then for your day on Friday, upper 30s and lower 40s. So not exactly cold for this time of the year, but cool. Probably our coldest night ahead comes Friday night into Saturday morning, down in the mid to upper teens and low to mid 20s. Saturday, we start to recover, still mostly 40s for highs, maybe near 50 in the southwest. Much warmer temperatures will come after that, though. So again, there's your records for today in the Tri-Cities. I think we're going to be easily breaking that record in Kearney and awfully close in GI and Hastings. Here comes the rain tomorrow and maybe a little snow mixing in the afternoon and evening hours before that moves out. Then just a small chance of snow on Friday. Back to some partly cloudy skies on Saturday, maybe some flurries Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that. Sunday and Monday, more sunshine, bringing those temperatures up. Nice and mild by Monday and Tuesday. Most of next week looks pretty good, but by the end of next week, we may see our next shot of some cooler air, maybe some moisture to talk about towards next week, end of next week as well. North Platte, again, nice and mild today. The record 67. Don't think we'll quite get there, but we could get close. Rain and then mixing with snow on Thursday, minor snow accumulation possible. I don't think we'll pick up much on Friday, mainly early in the day, but most of the snow should stay to our south, but maybe a little early snow there on Friday. So a couple of cooler days, but not exactly cold, and then we're starting to warm up Saturday and especially Sunday. And look at that, Monday and Tuesday back near 60 degrees. So it'll be mild to start off next week, maybe a bit of a cool down towards the end of next week. That's when our signs of our next shot of chillier air are going to be coming, are around that Friday, Saturday time frame. Looking at the long term, the forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, their outlook for Wednesday, the 14th, all the way through Tuesday, the 20th. So that's the day after MLK Jr. Day. Keeps us above average, but like I said, I think we do get a shot at some colder air next weekend that may change that a little bit here. And they have us at average precipitation, maybe some down the road. Again, here's our storm system tomorrow. Mostly rain, but then a little snow on the backside. It clears out, minor snow accumulation. Then that next round mostly stays south of us. Then maybe some flurries on Saturday. Then we'll look towards the end of next week for some moisture and some colder air as well. Quick look at the GFS before I wrap things up here, as I'll be running out of time, so I've got to get to the end of this here. Again, let's jump ahead to tomorrow. That rain moves in, and then on the backside, a little bit of that snow trying to accumulate. GFS is less aggressive than the European. Then a little bit of snow on Friday, but most of it will stay to our south. Maybe some flurries on Saturday. Then we look ahead to next week, and it's later next week, maybe some moisture tries to return. I think especially as we get towards Friday and Saturday, as we get some colder air right in there. So we'll see how things play out. It's over a week away yet. But again, keep an eye on the next couple of days for hopefully some good moisture, but again, maybe some minor snow accumulation, which could cause some minor travel issues. Well, until next time, till Thursday morning, I'll be back with you then. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy this one final day of near record highs before we bring some cooler air for the end of the week. We'll see you all again on Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye.